jambo la tatiza. Watu wengi wanaona ukiapishwa hapo umekuwa waziri. Kwa hivyo sioni kama ni jambo kubwa.
Might you, Major General, have any political ambition?
Along came one.
It looks like Lushan is sticking her nose into things that are none of her business.
This isn't the right time.
He was always after me and everything was just going great. Until Marta got in the way, just as she did with your father.
If there's anything that concerns my children, you have to tell me about it. Do you understand? Excuse me for interfering, but if Luciana didn't... But still, she doesn't have any right to keep from me anything that has to do with my children. Yes, but...
I don't even want to think about how much trouble she's in.
Luciana, the fact that I can't be with you doesn't mean that I can just forget everything I feel for you.
Are you all right, Madam Lillian? Is anything wrong?
It's nothing you can fix. Nobody has the cure for love problems.
Along Came Love, in association with Blue Band Peanut Butter.
Mix of the Week, in association with Airtel.
I don't charge my energy. Bossy.
Look in the mirror, say yes, I'm the best.
This is a short deal.
Completely transparent.
Okay.
If only all things in life were as honest as Airtel's amazing data. Get 500 MB free daily. Switch to Airtel and save. The honest network.
When the world changed, it made us go back to the simple joys and love the little things even more. Like serving up your best, eating together, and sharing more. Now, we'll take nothing for granted. And always remember to taste the simple joys. Coca-Cola. Taste the simple joys.
Family Bank and Simba Corp have been in collaboration to help you grow your business by offering affordable financing for acquisition of brand new commercial vehicles. Access up to 95% financing with a flexible repayment plan of up to 60 months and enjoy a 2-month repayment holiday. Call us today on 0703 095 445 or visit any of our Family Bank branches and Simba Corp dealers and branches countrywide. Terms and conditions apply. Family Bank, with you for life. Family Bank is regulated by the Central Bank of Kenya.
How many times do I have to tell you not to just come into my house anytime you feel like...
Tangu nianze kutumia Pika cooking oil, hata kabla sijaandaa chakula, kila mtu ataka kuonja. Nikuongeze zingine?
Oh my, oh my, oh my days. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Never understood. Never understood. Life can be this good.
This is NTV.
Good afternoon. Glad we could be together again on NTV at One. My name is Olive Burrows. Deputy President William Ruto is in Bungoma County, where he's presiding over a funds drive for Pentecostal churches in Bumula constituency. The DP is accompanied by several leaders from the Tanga Tanga faction, as well as from Ford Kenya MCAs from Bungoma County. The leaders have criticized the government's move to register Kenyans in a mass second registration drive for the Huduma number, saying it has a hidden agenda. NTV's Zacchaeus Masame now joins us live from Bumula. Zacchaeus, what has been said? What reasons have they given for opposing a second mass registration drive for Huduma number?
Thank you so much, Olive. We are coming to you live from the Bumula. This is grounds here in Bumula constituency, Bungoma County, where the Deputy President William Ruto is currently presiding over a funds drive here. And he is accompanied with several leaders from the Tanga Tanga faction of the Jubilee Party. We have leaders from across the Western region who also support his quest for the 2022 presidential bid. But then they have come out clear to criticize the move by the government to start the second mass registration for Huduma number. They say that there is an ulterior motive, that there could be a possibility that it could be used for the ring of the 2022 general election. But that notwithstanding, also there are other issues that have come up here. The MPs who accompanied the Deputy President are also criticizing the move by the Court Secretary Jufrines Atoli, saying that Ruto will be stopped to look for that seat in 2022. Again, other issues also here, Olive, is that their leaders have also asked the political bigwigs in Western Kenya, that is Musalia Mudavadi and Moses Wetangula, to come out clear as early as now and join Deputy President William Ruto in what they say will be a move and a way of forming the next government. That has not also been received, it has been received well here, because we understand that several leaders from Ford Kenya, that is the MCs, especially from Bungoma County, almost all of them are here with the Deputy President. That is a clear indication that there could be a talk between the leaders, that is Musalia Mudavadi, that is Moses Wetangula and William Ruto. But again, you also understand that the Deputy President, who is currently giving his speech, is also saying that the hustler tag that he has been using should be respected. He says that Kenyans from all walks of life, including those border operators, including the mama mbogas, including all those who are doing the small jobs, should be respected. And that is where he's going to bang in quest for 2022. Olive.
Thank you. Zacchaeus Masame speaking to us from Bumula constituency, where the Deputy President William Ruto is presiding over a funds drive. The Huduma number issue has come up again, with opposition being voiced by members of parliament and leaders allied to the Deputy President. Now, Health Principal Secretary Susan Mochache is demanding an apology from the Public Procurement Regulatory Authority Director General Maurice Juma for implicating her in the 7.8 billion shillings KEMSA irregular procurement scam. The PPRA Director General told the Joint Senate Committee on Health and COVID-19 that PS Mochache, through a letter to KEMSA CEO John Manjari, directed KEMSA to procure COVID-19 items from specific suppliers at specific prices. However, the embattled PS, through a letter written to the chair of the Public Procurement Regulatory Authority, Andrew Musangi, reiterates that she capped KEMSA's COVID-19 procurement budget from 2.1 billion shillings to 758 million shillings through a letter to KEMSA CEO dated the 15th of April 2020. Narok County Woman Representative Soipan Tuya has supported the advisory of the Chief Justice David Maraga to dissolve Parliament for failing to enact the gender parity law. Soipan has termed Maraga's advisory as a move to empower women in the governance of the country. Women legislators have accused their male counterparts of deliberately refusing to enact the law. Parliament was unable to enact the two-thirds gender rule 4 times. Soipan was speaking during a Maasai traditional ceremony in Narok County.
Maraga amesema bunge lifunjwe kwa sababu ya Kenya kukataa kuheshimu haki za akina mama wa Narok County, haki za akina mama wa Kenya mzima. Kama kuvunjwa bunge ndio itafanya akina mama wa Kenya waheshimiwe, so be it. Na mimi niko mstari wa mbele kusema ivunjwe hiyo bunge, turudi kwa wananchi, kina mama wa Kenya wapate haki yao.
Chiefs and assistant chiefs who fail to report illegal land demarcation in their areas of jurisdiction will be deemed to be accomplices in the unlawful process. Garissa County Commissioner Mary Mwangi says that the administrators are the eyes and ears of the government on the ground, and no illegal activity should take place without them knowing and reporting. The county commissioner was reacting to complaints by leaders in Modigar in the outskirts of Garissa town that some private developers are fencing off huge tracts of land where the Lamu Port South Sudan Ethiopia Transport Infrastructure Project, better known as LAPSET, is expected to pass so that they can be compensated.
Kwa hivyo mtu ambaye anafikiria anaweza kuchukua mali ya community kwa nguvu awe muhalifu kama wale wengine, na tutachukulia hatua haraka iwezekanavyo.
Police in Juja in Kiambu County have arrested a man in connection to 23 million shillings worth of bang that was seized in his house. Martin Mungai was apprehended at his home in Mwereri area in Juja. Upon searching his house, the officers recovered 900 kilograms of bang. Also seized were cannabis sativa plant in his compound. According to police, 2 other persons linked to the illegal bang trade arrived at the scene during the raid and attempted to bribe the area OCS with more than 600,000 shillings.
Na katika korokoroni tuko na watu watano. Mmoja ni mwenye nyumba ambaye tunaamini ni mwenye hiyo bangi, na wafanyikazi wake wawili ambao tunaamini walikuwa pia wanamsaidia katika kufanya hiyo biashara ya bangi. Katika korokoro pia tuko na watu wawili ambapo baada ya kushika huyu mwenye alikuwa na hii bangi walijaribu kupea maafisa wa polisi hongo ambaye inatoshana na shilingi 1689. Pia tumewashika na tutawashtaki na makosa ya kujaribu kugonga maafisa wa serikali ili wasiweze kuchukuliwa hatua.
This next one should be interesting. A day after the world marked World Contraception Day, the life of a man in Baringo County presents a different perspective when it comes to running his household and his reproductive health. Now, he believes that children come from God and that controlling their number may be viewed as limiting God's blessings.
A proud 33-year-old Kukat Kamartum is surrounded by his 3 wives and 19 children. He says they are his pride and joy. The number is non-consequential to him, and so family planning remains a foreign ideology.
Anasema inasafika 15 kwa saizi. Lakini hawa waruhusiwi kuhesabu watoto. Watoto ni kama mali. Kwa sisi hawahesabu. Approximately 15-16.
His children form part of his wealth as dictated by tradition, and so the more they are, the wealthier Kamartum becomes.
Ukiwa na watoto wengi, security inakuwa tight nzuri, maisha inakuwa sasa uko na mali ukiwa na watoto. For example, kama wasichana wengi, kama uko na wasichana wengi, hiyo ni msichana mmoja ng'ombe 10-15. Hiyo ni mali tupu. Kuna ngamia 4 kwa wasichana, kama una wasichana 10 hiyo ni ngamia 40 uko nayo.
That notwithstanding, a different tradition is being peddled to the Pokot community, that of limiting the number of children in order to best take care of them. At the Maron dispensary, however, Thomas Sirikwa, the chief nurse, says the uptake of family planning is a dream amongst the Pokot. At the dispensary, condoms, among other contraceptives, gather dust.
Hiyo sasa ni changamoto. Hapa hiyo haiendi because wenyewe waamini kama hiyo hawapendi kutumia. Lakini vijana tu ndio wanaikuja kuchukua. Lakini kwa couples ama wenye wameoana ni ngumu. hatujaona.
Especially wenye wako illiterate, wenye wachasoma, wanafikiria hiyo kitu ni chombo ambacho inaweza haribu sisi kama kina mama. Juni wengine inakuwa geni kwao. Wajawahi tumia na labda wajawahi ona.
Wanaamini ya kwamba maisha ya mtu ni Mungu anapanga. Kwa hivyo wewe kama binadamu huwezi kuja una upange yako. Huwezi pangia Mungu ile nini. Wao wanafuata ile maneno wakina Guga walikuwa wanafanya. The forefathers walikuwa wanafanya.
This brings to focus the inaccessibility of information on contraception. This, coupled with tough myths and traditions, may mean that contraception may not be embraced anytime soon by the people. Charity Mwangi, NTV.
A man holding fast to the traditional way of viewing children in Africa. What do you think? My handle is at Olive Burrows, and you can also reach me on at NTV Kenya. We'll be glad to take a look at some of your thoughts on the subject. Now, senior officials of Trans Nzoia County are engaging in a push to market the Mount Elgon, National Park as a tourist destination as the world marks World Tourism Day. The United Nations World Tourism Day is celebrated annually on September the 27th. The objective is to foster awareness among the various member states of the UN and encourage them to organize events and activities that show the importance and value of tourism. The tourism industry is among the hardest hit by the COVID-19 pandemic.
We are here in Mount Elgon Park, and we are rediscovering this unique jewel for Trans Nzoia. We have discovered that it has been underutilized, more so by us locals who own hotels around the mountain, and we want to assemble together as members of hotels, come up with packages, and build up the circuit.
Everybody goes to Mombasa, everybody goes to the Mara, but they can also come here. So we decided to take this trip to Mount Elgon as a virgin trip for us to explore, for us to be able to sell to our clients, to sell to the world out there, that there is something worth coming for in Trans Nzoia County.
Today, 27th of September 2020, is a World Tourism Day. Our theme is tourism and rural development. Tourism is part of development in our rural areas. I call upon all counties to take advantage and come together and establish products that are going to be utilized by our local tourists and international tourists.
After seeing that, I'm definitely considering a trek up Mount Elgon. Now, hundreds of pastoralists in Wajir County have turned to farming as an alternative to their livelihood after their livestock was swept by successive drought cycles in the region. Nurdin El-Moge reports from Wajir County.
What was once a dry grazing field dotted with few acacia trees and small shrubs is now a lavish green farmland.
Sisi zamani wakaaji wa sehemu hii tunajua kitu inaitwa mifugo, mambo ya ngamia, ng'ombe na mbuzi.
But growing food in Wajir is not easy with high temperatures of above 30 degrees and a long cycle of recurrent dry spell.
Lakini hii ndoto ikakujia sisi wakati wa miaka 2014.
Kwanga na shida ya maji hapa zamani. Wachana menena shamba kukunywa maji tulikosa. Hata maji ya kunywa haikuweko.
Water is pumped from the aquifer through a borehole into elevated tanks and then dripped down to the plant in order to slowly sustain the water needs of the crops here. These greenhouses are used to control the extreme heat from the scorching sun, giving plants the required amount of sunlight and moisture for germination. Members of Mansa Farm are this day harvesting the fruit of their hard work: mangoes, banana, pawpaw, orange, tomatoes are ready to be transported to a Wajir market for sale.
Mani tulikuwa naletewa kutoka down, lakini sasa hii inapandwa tu hapa kwetu na tunanunua hapa na bei tena ni rahisi.
Wanafunzi wengi ambao walikuwa naona tu mapicha za hizi matunda na hizi mimiti,
Sasa wamejionea wao wenyewe, wameona vile maembe inamea, vile ndizi inamea. Na zamani hiyo maganda ya mandizi ilikuwa anaweka tu miraa. Watu walikuwa wanapanda huko miraa Meru, wakiweka kwa miraa, watu walikuwa wanafikiri kama hii ni miraa. Lakini sasa wameelewa hii maganda ya mandizi inamea hivi na inatoka hivi.
Desire, if you look at the big four, one of the main pillars is food and nutrition security. But then you realize that when you provide the water for irrigation, people are able to get food for household level and even surplus to the market.
Mansa Irrigation Project in Tarbaj is one of 20 irrigation projects in Wajir County implemented by the National Irrigation Authority. Nurdin Almoge, NTV, Wajir County.
On that note, we take a break, but we'll be back with more on NTV at 1 after that.
Mbolea za Mavuno Fertilizers zimetengenezwa mahususi kusaidia udongo na mimea. Zimetengenezwa kwa taaluma ya hali ya juu ya kisayansi. Zaidi ya wakulima 500,000 nchini wanaweza kupata mbolea hizi kwa bei nafuu. Zinapatikana katika maduka ya kuuza pembejeo kwa viwango vya kilo 1 hadi kilo 50. Wakulima ambao wametumia mbolea za Mavuno Fertilizers wamepata ongezeko la mazao yao kwa 30%. Wasiliana nasi leo kwa simu ili kujua mengi kuhusu namna mbolea za mavuno zinavyosaidia kuongeza uzalishaji chakula nchini.
Sona moja imetengenezwa kwa njia spesheli ili kupambana na maumivu kwa haraka. Sona moja ina aspirin kama kiungo. Sona moja, kitulizo kamili. Maumivu yakizidi, pata ushauri wa daktari.
Want to go shopping or fuel your car? You need a safe payment solution. Tap to pay with your Visa contactless card. Sasa maisha ni kutap. To pay, just look out for the contactless symbol on your card and at the cashier. Simply tap your card on the payment machine, and in seconds, your transaction is done. From time to time, you may be required to enter your PIN. Visa. Safe, fast, secure.
Devki Steel Mills have provided quality building material with the widest range of associated steel products over the last 3 decades. Look for the Devki mark on a widest selling reinforcement, twisted and TMT rebars, which are KBS certified and have the diamond mark of quality. Devki Steel, Kenya's most trusted steel company.
Mix of the Week in association with Airtel.
I don't charge my energy.
Bossy, bossy.
Look in the mirror, say yes, I'm the best.
This is a short deal.
Completely transparent.
Okay.
If only all things in life were as honest as Airtel's amazing data. Get 500 MB free daily. Switch to Airtel and save. The Honest Network.
When the world changed, it made us go back to the simple joys and love the little things even more. Like serving up your best, eating together, and sharing more. Now, we'll take nothing for granted and always remember to taste the simple joys. Coca-Cola. Taste the simple joys.
Family Bank and Simba Corp have been in collaboration to help you grow your business by offering affordable financing for acquisition of brand new commercial vehicles. Access up to 95% financing with a flexible repayment plan of up to 60 months and enjoy a 2-month repayment holiday. Call us today on 0703 095 445 or visit any of our Family Bank branches and Simba Corp dealers and branches countrywide. Terms and conditions apply. Family Bank, with you for life. Family Bank is regulated by the Central Bank of Kenya.
Are you worried about the weather ruining your new roof? Are you running out of budget to build your roof? Don't worry, Royal Mabati Factory has you covered. Delivered free of charge as fast as possible. You can also use our Lipa Pole Pole offer to buy your mabati and pay in easy monthly installment. Royal Mabati Factory. We are the best.
Let's go Kenya.
I want to encourage all people in Kenya to visit the national parks, game parks, conservancies, and make sure they experience what's happening in the conservancies and in our national parks.
Thank you for staying with us. We continue with NTV at One. One man's meat is another man's poison, so goes a famous proverb. Well, in this case, perhaps it's more like one man's poison is another man's meat, and that man is 31-year-old Charles Muhoro, who works with old, discarded tires, and they've become his treasure. NTV's Rose Madhuku visited Muhoro at his workshop and got a first-hand experience of the transformation of tires, which would otherwise be a burden and an eyesore on the environment.
On the outskirts of Nyeri town, Charles Muhoro is busy at his workshop. About a decade ago, Muhoro set his sight on rearing chicken. He did not have enough money to purchase a chain link to construct a chicken coop.
Sasa ndio nilifikiria, sababu huko nyumbani kulikuwa na mataya zingine zilikuwa hapo, zilikuwa kuku. Nikaona at least nichome taya mbili, nione kazi zitanisaidia, sababu kuna wakati nilikuwa nimeshoma hizo tires, nikapata ziko na waya ndani.
These are some of the products that Muhoro makes from old tires. He tells me that this is his way of earning a living as well as taking care of his young family.
Jana imeniwezesha, bibi yangu ako na kazi, tunasaidiana na yeye, akienda chini ananiambia niokoe na 50,000 nampatia. Inanisimamia kulipa nyumba, nimejenga nyumba mzuri nyumbani.
Muhoro attributes the success of his business to the fact that the products made from the tires are both affordable and durable.
Mabaki yenye nambakisha ndio nimetengeneza ile kiti nayo. Na ni kiti mzuri sana, hata ikinyeshewa haiwezi kaisha, haiwezi kakuliwa na mchwa, ni kitu presentable.
A few meters from Muhoro's workshop, we meet Joseph Kibanya, a happy client. He says a chain link he bought from Muhoro for his poultry house has served him for many years.
Inazuia kuku zangu, inazuia buzi zangu, zile ambaye niko nazo, ambaye ndio ile ukulima nafanya, bata taki na goose ile niko nazo hapa, inazuia hizo kwenda kwa shamba.
Muhoro was a mechanic but took a swerve in self-employment. He has urged the youth to grasp opportunities to do any kind of work with both hands, even as he continues to make a lemonade from the lemon that life has handed to him. Rose Madhuku, NTV in Nyeri County.
Tea farmers in Kericho County have rejected the new tea regulations, demanding that the regulations be amended. The farmers say although changes in KTDA are necessary, putting it under government management is not the way to fix it. Kericho Governor Paul Chepkwony echoed the farmers' sentiments that several clauses need to be amended in the regulations so that all tea farmers can be in agreement. The farmers asked the government for more time to scrutinize the regulations. They were speaking at Litain High School in Kericho County during a public participation meeting.
For the farmers to educate their children, farmers must have a say of their products. Nataka ikuwe very clear. Tumeona serikali wamechukua Kenya Meat Commission iende kwa serikali. KTDA ama maneno ya majani chai ibaki kwa wakulima.
Chairman, hii regulations yako haiwezi chapishwa kwa lugha ya Kipsigis. Ili sisi tukae chini tuchambue number 1 mpaka number 50, tukatae yote ama tuone vile tutaelewana. Because it is clear from this meeting that there is a lot of misinformation. Kuna maneno ya uongo ingine, kuna maneno ya kweli. Na mimi singependa nikiwa kiongozi katika kaunti hii my farmers to make a decision based on the wrong information.
Rekebishe, tukubaliane, Tunataka ile meeting ingine ikifanywa, unasikia tu kila mtu anasema ndio, ndio.
Leaders and politicians have been issued with a stern warning against hate speech and divisive politics as the political temperatures continue to rise ahead of the 2022 general elections. Speaking during a peace meeting in Sirikwa, Kursoi North Sab County, Deputy County Commissioner Felix Watakila has warned that the government will not allow politicians to incite residents against one another. Watakila said it has been a habit for politicians to incite people and lead the public to hate each other, but that trend will change and such leaders will be held accountable.
Kama kuna mwananchi yoyote au kiongozi yoyote ambaye kuna nia mbaya ya kuvuruga amani ya jamii mbalimbali ambazo zinaishi wilaya hii, hana nafasi katika wilaya hii, hana nafasi katika Kenya hii. Tunataka makabila sote ambao zinaishi wilaya hii siendelee kukaa kwa amani.
Faithful at Good News Church in Pumwani woke up to not so good news when they were forced to worship outside the premises this Sunday. Due to church wrangles, the worshippers say they found a notice on the gate indicating that the church had been temporarily closed. The Good News Church has been experiencing wrangles following what they term as a misappropriation of church funds by the church leadership. Goons recently destroyed the premises property due to the ongoing standoff. It was a sigh of relief for over 50 malnourished elderly persons and children in Oyugis after they received food donations to supplement their diet. Since Kenya recorded its first case of COVID-19, many aged people, especially in rural areas, have been struggling to access quality and nutritious food. Bernard Ojwang has more.
As elderly persons and children, especially in rural areas, continue to remain at risk during this time when the whole world is battling the spread of COVID-19, well-meaning Kenyans are turning up to extend help to the vulnerable groups in society.
So the nutrition and the malnutrition, you see that it does not only affect children, but also the elderly and the old-aged. So today, the distribution for food that we are doing are for the families for the old age who have been selected by the elders in the community. We find that now that they are home, they are probably going without meals or they are only getting one meal per day. So we want to continue with that support.
Malnutrition severely weakens the immune system, thus increasing chances of falling ill and dying because of illness. These elderly persons were given food rich in iron, iodine, folate, vitamin A and zinc. Their caretakers were also trained by health specialists on how to take care of the old and what kind of diet they need to be given.
The lunch will be serving rice and beans. It is very important and it is key for us to ensure that the children are having a nutritious meal. That's why we chose and started with uji, because it's balanced.
Hii chakula itatusaidia juu mimi kama mimi mwenyewe siwezi hata pata pesa ya kununua sukari, na ninaona mumetuletea mpaka sukari, mumetuletea mpaka unga, na hiyo unga ya uji iko na nguvu, tena iko na madini yote yenye itafanya mwili zetu na mwili zetu tupate nguvu ya kufanya kila kitu.
Over 150 malnourished children have also been identified and currently benefiting from a local program called Cup of Uji.
Pata zingine mzazi ameshindwa hata kupata chakula ya kupea hata mtoto apate kitu. Sasa watoto wametulemea tangu hii COVID ingie, na hapa shuleni walikuwa wanapata usaidizi kabisa. Sababu ya hii usaidizi wa uji.
Bernard Ojwang, NTV.
Let's now take a look at what's happening away from Kenya's borders. And jihadist fighters linked to the Islamic State group have killed 30 security personnel in an ambush on the convoy of the regional governor in the restive northeast Nigeria. The insurgents opened fire with machine guns and rocket-propelled grenades as the convoy was passing through a village close to the headquarters of the multinational Joint Task Force, a military coalition of troops from Nigeria, Niger, Chad, and Cameroon. Police confirmed in a statement that 8 policemen, 3 soldiers and 4 members of a government-backed militia were killed in the attack on vehicles carrying Borno Governor Babagana Umara near the town of Baga on the shores of Lake Chad. It said 13 other people had been wounded in the attack, but the attackers had been successfully repelled. Zulum, whose sources said was unhurt in the attack, had flown to the area to prepare for the return of residents displaced from Baga by the conflict. The decade-long insurgency in northeast Nigeria has killed 36,000 people and forced over 2 million from their homes. Local authorities have been encouraging the displaced to go back to their homes despite concern from aid agencies of the security risks. President Donald Trump has named Amy Coney Barrett to the Supreme Court, setting in motion a rush by the Republicans to cement a conservative majority in the court on the eve of a tense and potentially disputed U.S. election. Trump stood alongside Barrett at a White House Rose Garden ceremony to announce his decision, calling her one of the most brilliant and gifted minds. Despite, and that is in the legal world, but despite strong opposition from Democrats, he predicted a very quick and straightforward confirmation in the Republican-led Senate, with the process completed before the November 3rd election. If confirmed, Barrett will fill the seat of the late liberal Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, likely steering the court to the right for years, expanding the current conservative wing's sometimes shaky 5-4 advantage to a solid 6-3. Well, away from her nomination to the Senate, let's take a look at what's happening in the world of sports. And Real Betis had to contend with a 3-2 home defeat to Real Madrid, thanks to the VAR awarding the champions a late winner in the La Liga. Betis overcame an early goal to take a 2-1 lead over Madrid at halftime. Madrid, but 3 interventions went the way of the champions after the That concludes NTV at 1. I will see you, God willing, on NTV Weekend Edition. Do not forget that Dan Mwangi and Salim Swale at 7 for Salim Swale at 9 for Dan Mwangi will be speaking to the Director General of the Nairobi Metropolitan Services, Major General Badi. So definitely stay tuned for that.
This is NTV.
I help women find independence by training them in fish farming. It's tough on my back, joints, and can cause headaches. Panadol Extra relieves multiple types of pain. If symptoms persist, seek medical advice.
How was property valuation conducted? That's our quest on Property Focus this week. Our case study will be the South Sea area in Nairobi through Bandari Apartments. We'll also have a property valuer, Yunus Masharia, to break down the valuation process. And in our materials profile, we'll be reviewing the cushion vinyl flooring, which you may know as Mkeka Wambao. You do not want to miss this show for anything this Sunday at 5:30 p.m. on NTV.
Vina vegetable oil stays liquid to the last drop, so it's smooth cooking from start to finish. Now with an easy-to-pour cap. Mapishi poa, madishi poa.
When you buy a bar of Cadbury Dairy Milk chocolate, you can help change the story. That's because we will use part of the proceeds to donate milk to less fortunate children across our beautiful country. Let us come together and show the generous spirit that is inside of all of us. Cadbury Dairy Milk. There's a glass and a half in everyone.
Oh my, oh my, oh my days. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Never understood. Never understood. Life can be this good.
Best quality KEBS certified steel. TMT steel bars. Produced from the most modern machines and technology. Reliable and with the highest strength. Suitable for all types of construction. That is, high-rise buildings, bridges, houses, and roads.
Look for the Devki mark on a wider selling reinforcement, twisted and TMT rebars, which are KBS certified and have the diamond mark of quality. Devki Steel, Kenya's most trusted steel company.
Breaking news from Molfix. Let's see what they're developing right now.
Pants is just for me. It really feels very comfy.
Molfix pants with anatomic fit technology. New Molfix pants, an invention from babies for babies.
You should also try Molfix.
May I speak with Jeff Settleson, please? Yes, it's that time. Jeff, Dan Landsman. Dan, from high school. I want to talk reunion with you. 20 years, can you believe it? That's not very mature. I came here to get you to come to our high school reunion. There he is. What happened in L.A.? Dan, it's in the past. I thought if I could deliver Oliver Lawless, I'd be a hero, single-handedly saving our reunion.
This reunion is for everybody. It's for all of us, not just him!
Dr. Rabbit, is that you?
Yes, it is!
Wow.
I see you're all ready for bed.
I'm supposed to brush my teeth.
That's right! You're really becoming a brushing pro.
Thanks. I have a good teacher.
Death threats and distress. Nigerian man whose photo was used in a fake post claiming that he had contracted coronavirus speaks out.
Sometimes when I'm moving around, I shed tears. Even that night, I was shedding tears to my wife. I was like, don't worry, calm down. I believe that God will see you through.
Was this Tanzanian superstar almost stabbed at a concert? We tell you if this is fake or fact.
Did Venezuelan president urge women to have 6 children?
False.
False. We'll find out in true or false.
dad. Abu told me that his dad is retiring. What about you? Are you going to retire?
2020 showed us to never say never. Ensure your happiness with APA. Should never, ever happen.
I was sworn in the afternoon, and at night I was there supervising the garbage collection.
When you went in there, where it's like the engines, was it surprising to you?
Yes, I saw a lot of suffering that you cannot see on the surface.
And there has been the concern that, we are getting more militarized.
The issue of militarization does not come in. It just comes the issue on who's a better manager.
Nafahamu kwamba kikwazo kikubwa pia vile vile kilikuwa kinatokana na uhusiano wako wewe na gavana wa Nairobi Mike Mbuvi Sonko.
Hizo nyingi ni siasa na mimi si mwanasiasa.
Kuna umuhimu gani kwako wewe kuhudhuria baraza la mawaziri?
Jambo la tatiza watu wengi wanaona ukiapishwa hapo umekuwa waziri. Kwa hivyo sioni kama ni jambo kubwa.
Might you, Major General, have any political ambition?
NTV, turning on your world. The following program has been rated PG. It may contain scenes unsuitable for children under the age of 10.
They said the madness will be televised tonight. It's going to be one jam-packed show. I am so excited. Teacher Wanjiku, Ekodida. And we've got an artist called Mo from Ghana that we will introduce you to, who is extremely talented. All that happening through that hashtag, Hey Amina. My name is Amina Abdirabah. Welcome to The Trend. We're going to be, of course, watching the music videos that DJ E will be playing. And also, Osoro, hi. You're going to be reading our messages online.
Kama kawaita mbuyamono. Kama kawaita hashtag ikiwa ni Amina, hashtag The Trend, hashtag Osoro, at Amina Abdirabah, at Osoro Cyprian2, at E30H. Tukiendelea hivyo, tukiendelea kuomoka.
Tuko na meme challenge.
Of course, kama kawaita meme challenge hiyo iko kabisa, hiyo ndiyo imenileta Amina, na nitawaonyesha kitu tumewapangia hapa moto. Hashtag ni meme challenge kama kawaita. Ndio hiyo Amina, you see what I did there?
Oh, that's a cow. Okay, fine, I've seen
Yes. Umeona sita za kutransfer Kenya Meat Commission kwenda kwa chess. Ndio hiyo sasa matokeo na pato. Wengine wakikaliwa chapati, wengine wanakaliwa nyama. Hashtag ni hapo. Tukiendelea kuomoka ndani ya hashtag The Trend Live.
First of all, hashtag Nihamina Batsawa. At The Trend Live, though, on Twitter, Osoro will be reading our messages. I'll check in with DJ E in a bit, but let me introduce my very first guest. We really needed to have drum rolls. Teacher Wanjiku in the building.
I'm in the house.
Hello.
Hi, Amina.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Hello, I don't. It's been a minute.
It has been a very, very long minute.
Yeah, the last time I was here, I was like, what? Like a year ago, like 2 years.
I saw you a while back, though. You're right.
Yeah.
It's been too long.
Yeah.
And today we've even brought a guest.
I have a guest with me.
Hi, Sylvia.
Hi.
Tell us about Sylvia.
So,
anaweza kuongea, madam. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Na vile Amina unanipeleka bio mpaka nashindo sasa. Okay, Sylvia, it's your time.
I'm sorry. Tell me.
Akipole mwalimu. Anakukata tu hivyo.
Yeah, asante.
Tulia, ni time yangu sasa.
Okay.
Acha shine.
So, I'm really happy to be here. Kidogo nilikuwa nashtuka lakini nimetulia.
Say umetulia. All right. So Sylvia is also a comedian. Sylvia Sivai, right? I got your name right, sindio? Savai. Nilikuwa najua tu nimeibucha hiyo jina ya Western. Tafadhali msinikasirikie. So, ebu niambie, how did you get to meet Teacher Wanjiku? Pole, now you can say.
Okay, ni mimi ndio naongea sasa. Juri nifanya show stopping hapa. So we are doing this show called How I Met Sylvia. We are doing this show called Comedy Queens.
Yeah.
2020. We normally do it every year. So this is the 3rd year. Normally how we do it, tunatanga people come for auditions, blah blah blah, tunawashukua. We go and do the live show with people na watu. But now because of COVID, of course, lazima kila mtu ange-adjust. So we said they send in their clips, the funny clips. And I said, like, you need to send, yes, the funny clips, like clips. Like, kama unachekesha, ha. So I told them to send funny clips between 1 minute and 2 minutes maximum.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was very specific. Don't send me like a 30 minutes video. So ukinitumia 30 minutes loko peke yako na kuna wengine 1,000. How am I going to
watch?
Yes. So I saw, she's one of the finalists, by the way, for Comedy Queens. Yes, they are competing for 100,000 Kenya shillings.
Hey.
And it's not just 100,000 Kenya shillings.
Exposure,
ni 100,000 Kenya shillings, COVID. Pesa it's a career. Kai nikisema hivyo ina sound COVID millionaires pesa.
Ina sound very COVID.
Ina sound very COVID. Yes. So she sent in her clip. It was fantastic. I mean, I had posted her way before, like a year ago. And then I was like, there's an audition coming up. And then she sent the clip. And I was like, everybody, like my team was like, this is it.
She's the one.
This is what we want.
Yeah.
She's fantastic. And
Also,
I can't wait for people to see what she can do.
There are a number of them.
There are a number of them. So there are 6.
Now.
Huu ni moja. Kuna wengine watano. So there are 6 girls who are doing this competition. And I'm super excited. I can't wait for Kenyans to see what these girls can do. And most of them are fresh talent, so I'm excited.
Okay.
Too hiffy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sylvia, you know, you mentioned that you're shy.
Yeah.
How then, you know, comedy, you stand in front of people and people can be mean. So how does it work with you being shy?
Mimi nikiwa senje, nikiget into character, ina fly. Inaendanga tu. Lakini nikishamaliza character, narudisha sinus. Imesema sinus.
Yeah. She's actually quite shy in real person, but on stage she is a monster. She's fire. She's like, bring it on. Yeah.
Okay. You know, by the way, let me just tell you this, right? On and off camera, Teacher Wanjiku is just like this.
Really,
Switched
guys,
on
no.
24
Camera yangu iko wapi ya nyumbani? Ni gani?
Am I lying, Sylvia?
It's true.
24/7, this is who she is. Do you know what and I don't even think we say this enough, but your page has helped me get through some very difficult days, and I can imagine so many people sharing the same thought. Kwanza wa John.
Wa John Haro, it's been a minute.
Haro?
Yes. Ukifika hapo Bere utaona kibao imeandikwa welcome to Luda. Tembea tu kidogo. Ate sorry, what? Huku kwetu tunanga radmark za bushare ama wanganga. Yeah, so it's quite a...
I'm a kiosk.
I'm a kiosk.
Akikuja, unaendesha gari gani?
Which car are you driving? Kare kadogo. Woi, kawashe hapo. Hatuna gari za parking dogo. Yes.
Utaona probox.
Hatuna parking ya gari dogo. Yeah, so it's quite a...
And you're like this, and it's so interesting because there are anti-Waharias. And
so many of them.
It is so really... Who's the one anti-Waharia in your life?
So I have an aunt who is quite roded.
Bougie.
No, roded. Roded, but a bit of bouginess. And, you know, she's sarcastic. She's rich, so she doesn't need to apologize a lot. So, yeah, I have one.
So she's the one, direct.
And also my rich friends. I have a lot of rich friends,
You
by
do.
the way.
Akina Butida.
Women.
Oh, just women.
Yeah, including you also. Very rich.
Hey, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yes.
So you landed here in a chopper or...
No, don't get it twisted. With a jet. Yeah. Sorry.
Forgive me.
I have my own parking.
You do?
Yeah. Yes.
Gosh. Now you can't perform anymore. This pandemic has really, just for entertainment, the industry was hit really, really hard.
Yeah.
With no events, but all these political rallies, a story for another day.
Yes.
You know, this COVID seems to only...
Yes.
My event too. But anyway, it's just been really hard.
It's been hard for us because mostly, I think as stand-up comedians, we normally depend a lot on live audiences, like tunataka watu, so that we feel the heat and how we relate to people. But this time it's been difficult because now all of us, we are online. We can see in the comments what wanacheka and blah, 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 but it's still not the same. You know, tuna need kuona mwiri ikisheka, rife. You know? So it's a bit difficult, but we've adjusted. We've adjusted. So we move with time.
Yeah, and Sylvia, how have you been? Like, what have you done? Is comedy new? Did you try to, during this pandemic, Lokasema, by the way, usenje ata come alive?
No, I've been doing it since 2016, but haikuwa inapik. Imekwama. Iligonga mwamba.
Ulikuwa na post wapi ama ulikuwa na
Facebook, Instagram, nilijua juice.
Okay.
But then this woman, like unajua kuna wale watu unaweza inbox asirespond, nikamu inbox hii kitu ufanywa aje kwa sababu it's my passion, nitaanza aje. Leo atajibu, kesho ajibu.
Yukai yake unanishomea.
Expose, toboa, it's fine.
But sasa akirudi kesho yake anajibu. And then yani venye anakujibu inakupea motisha. Najua Kiswahili. Inakupea motisha. Unaona? Then ikafika time nikaanza kupost, nikaona ina peak. Venye alini repost nikapata followers pale Instagram, nikaona then sasa wacha niendelee kuisukuma. Nikasukuma hadi tuko hapa bado tunasukuma.
Nice. All right, so social media has become the avenue where a lot of people are posting pretty much everything, and these are some of the videos that just bring many of us joy.
Fingine ukikunywa kutoka hapa mpaka hapa unaanza kurespect watu. Excuse me, I respect you. Yeah, I respect. Ukikunywa kutoka hapa mpaka hapa unaanza kutukana the respected. Who are you? Wewe hapa kera raia. What's wrong? Ukikunywa kutoka hapa mpaka hapa unaanza kufuta watu kasi. Excuse wewe Kuja hapa. Nilikuitisha ice cream tukarara zikiwa baridi. You are fired. In fact, nataka manager. Oh, you're the manager. You are fired twice. Ukikunywa hapa mpaka hapa, unaanza kujipasha. Unajipasha, unajitukana, unajipigia kelele. Yaani mimi mtu ananiambia ninakunywa vibaya. Ni pesa yako nakunywa. What's this? Ati mtu anakuja kuniambia kirago unasoma maini ni yako. Nitawai. What's it?
Oh, that's so funny. Nimekutuma ice cubes ukaleta zikiwa baridi. Too funny, man. But you haven't done an event in a while. However, 2019 was a huge year for you. I mean, you've had some big endorsements as well in 2020, but last year you were being recognized. Several special awards.
Yes.
You've been doing really well. Congratulations, Teacher Wanjiku, if I hadn't said it. And not only because of what you're doing for yourself, but just seeing Sylvia looking at you in such admiration for what you've done is huge. Tuambie hizi awards ni gani na gani?
So last year I went for my tour in the US. I was touring around. I went to 7 cities. And the first award, because I was getting a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Wow.
For a decade in comedy as a female comedian, as the first female comedian to do it after 10 years. So I knew I'm going to get the award, but what I didn't know, there was a very big surprise because I was awarded by the Congress.
Oh, wow.
In Houston, you know, for my work. And it's amazing. And I keep telling people, you know, I normally don't get awarded here in Kenya a lot. That is another story for another day.
You don't, you should, but anyway, carry on.
Yeah, but when I went there and how people how people look at me outside there. It's unbelievable. People look at me here, like when I walk, by the way, I get recognized a lot with my fans. Huku tu nje, watu tu wananiona. But when I went to the US, it was different, you know? And meeting, because she's called Sheila. She's a member of Congress. When she called me, she said, she used my names. Caroline Wajiko? Caroline Wajiko. And I was also emceeing I was emceeing Mashujaa Awards. So when they said Caroline Wajiko, I was like, Caroline, because I'm used to being called Tisha Wajiko. So,
yeah, because I was trying to call you Caroline.
Yeah, today you called me that, I was like,
and you're not turning until I said Tisha Wajiko. I'm like, you don't turn when someone calls you your real name.
I think it's just in me. So when they called me, it was a surprise. It was amazing. It was beautiful. I broke down. I was just, it was amazing. It was an amazing feeling. It was an amazing
Congratulations.
Kwa hivyo mimi awards zangu mimi ya majuu.
Zako ni international. Unakuwa umetambulika majuu.
Kwa hivyo mimi natambulika majuu sana.
Kama Lupita uko to your level. Yako ni ya Hollywood.
But mimi na Lupita we are like.
But it's very unfortunate then that you don't get that many awards here, and then you keep getting this love from somewhere else. I can understand that. That campaign. Lakini here you are sasa utaanzisha zako.
Yeah, pengine I think this year nitaji award somewhere.
Nitaji award by force.
Nitaji award by force. No, but I always say, you know, awards are recognition. It's fine if they come, if they don't, but you know, you have to stick to you have to keep on doing it. Don't do it for the awards. Just do it because you're good. If they'll ever award you, it's fine. Me, I'm even okay. If I'll be awarded after 10 years, it's still okay.
It's still fine.
In Kenya.
Oh, okay.
It's still okay.
Utangoja.
Nitangoja.
It's all right. It's all right. Sylvia, ukiona, I mean, Tisha Wajiko anaongelea 10 years in comedy. That's a huge achievement. I know we don't talk about it much, but you don't understand how many people are against. They don't understand it, so they're just like, sasa wewe utatuchekesha sangapi tushazoea machali inakonga ni ngumu. What are these lessons that you've learned so far, and now with everything that will be happening in the future with the two of you?
Like personally, I've been watching her, like every step. I've been watching it. Nimeona akigrow, akianza, akiendelea, hadi mahali amefika. Like I just want to be, sitaki kukopi yeye, but I want to get to the level that she's at now. Rusungu imetoka vizuri.
Imetoka vizuri, mama.
Nataka kufika hiyo level yako Rusungu saa ingine na nitatanisha.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you.
Yeah. Like nataka nikuwe brand. I want to be my own brand.
Yeah. That's amazing.
It is amazing. And you're opening very many doors for so many comedy queens.
Yes.
Now, usually ukifanyanga hizi gigs watu huwa. Sasa this time things are very different. How can people keep in touch with what's coming up, what's happening with the boot camp?
Yes.
You know, what one is that? Wachizo vitu zote wapi?
So we are doing boot camp, comedy boot camp, and the reason why we decided we do the comedy boot camp, I thought, what extra thing can we do for these girls? So this boot camp will be happening. We'll be staying, by the way, at Hill Park Hotel, which is amazing. Thank you so much, Hill Park Hotel, for doing this for us. We'll be staying there, and there's going to be more lessons that they're going to learn. So we're going to teach them about branding. How do you brand yourself? You see, branding is not this t-shirt. This is just an addition to your brand. So what is branding? We're going to talk to them about finances. How do you manage your finance? And then we're going to do the most important thing, and that is, are you funny? What are you telling people? Can I relate to you? Can I listen to you? Do you have stage presence? So it's going to be a lot of work with this, with the boot camp that we are going in. Yes. Okay, so this thing is happening online.
Okay.
On all my social media platforms.
Okay.
All of them. Na ziko na boutique. So mtu mwingine akikuongelesha na huko nje, I'm sorry, but
it's not you.
It's not me. So you will find them at utanipata Wajiko the Tisha on Facebook, on Twitter, I'm at Tisha Wajiko. On YouTube is Wajiko the Tisha. On Instagram is at Tisha Wajiko. But everything is Tisha Wajiko. Just in short.
Mama Susanna.
Mama Susanna.
Na Anthony.
Na Anthony. Family updates.
Family COVID-19 updates. All right, so people can get a chance to watch all of these things unravel online. Alafu pia wataget to meet all of the other comedy queens, right?
Yes, and also something very important I must mention, because there's 100,000 at stake.
Yes.
So they're going to vote for their favorite female comedian, their favorite, who will go with 100,000 Kenya shillings. And this 100,000 siya tinawalipa. It's just like a motivation.
Of course, it's needed. Do you have sponsors on board?
We have sponsors. We have one of the biggest sponsors we have is Hill Park Hotel. We are going to be eating there Everything. We're going to be there. And then we have also our Naima tours who are going to be taking us around.
Yes.
Tomorrow in the morning, we're going to Naivasha to have a good time.
Nice.
We are meeting all of us so that to jue weaknesses and all that. So I'm pretty excited. And of course, the biggest sponsor that we have is Mwalimu Production, and I'm super excited.
But so pesa imetoka kwako wewe?
Well, I don't know.
I know you don't want to say, but are you doing this? You know, Jalamo initially venye hiyo time ya Art Cafe wakisema there's going to pay that artist with exposure kakwani big debate, and I know a lot of people saw that on Twitter. So you understand the struggle. Ndo ukaona ulipe, even though hata hiyo exposure kuna wengi wakikubali, but you see the need to pay.
So we are gonna. It's coming from my production, Mwalimu Production. It's called Mwalimu Production, and we just decided. You know what? I was just like. Nobody has to suffer. Nobody has to go through what I went through.
Exactly.
It doesn't have to be like that. Just nikusukume kidogo na little bit of motivation. Nikwambie wewe amuka songa jisaidie. You know, just a bit of motivation. And by the way, I need to mention something. Exposure. There was a very big debate about exposure. So what does exposure do for you? Me, exposure is exposure. This is exposure right now. I mean, I'm coming here to talk about comedy queens, but exposure also, you need to know the difference between being taken advantage of and the exposure itself.
And someone putting you on.
And somebody putting you on.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming through, guys. Teacher, please come again and again.
Yes,
Let's not wait a year.
I will.
Ukipata sasa 10 years, no.
And by the way, I need to say something. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
You've been doing amazing.
I have.
Since last year. Oh my God.
Kidding.
I've been seeing you like on social media. You're just getting awards. You're like traveling around Africa. I'm just like, woof.
It's the world, but okay.
By
the way, we joke like this. We joke like this so much. So sometimes on air it can look like it's just me. But yes, but thank you so much for coming. Sylvia, welcome to the game. What unaweza kufuataje social media unaweza sema?
Sasa my handles Instagram @SavaiSylvia, Facebook SavaiSylvia, YouTube SavaiSylvia. Kila kitu ni SavaiSylvia. Lakini jina yangu ya stage najiitanga Senje.
Hello, let's go to the break with that song, DJ. Yes, teacher.
So guys, make sure you follow me on the camera. Thank you so much, guys, for following. But make sure you follow all my social media handles. Make sure you follow the Journey Bootcamp. You're gonna roll out next week. Please join us. Support this ready. There are 6 of them, and remember, it's 100,000 Kenya shillings. Vote for them. Voting lines will be open next week. Thank you so much, Amina, for having me. Thank you.
Breaking news from Molfix. Let's see what they're developing right now.
Pants is just for me. It really feels very comfy.
Molfix pants with anatomic fit technology. New Molfix pants, an invention from babies for babies. You should also try Molfix.
Top dressing tips. Ensure the tea plantation is pruned. Split application is done twice at different times of the year. For tea, scatter the fertilizer around the tea bush and ensure the soil is loose. For coffee, broadcast the fertilizer around the circumference of the coffee branches.
Please feed your crop and soil with the best fertilizers for future prosperity. Call us today and learn how Mavuno Fertilizers is helping in increasing food production in Africa.
Boy, eta pare. Small pare.